Imagine being the son of a founding father, raised among revolutions, fluent in multiple languages before adulthood, and destined to become one of the most brilliant diplomats in American history. But then, your presidency fails, and instead of fading into history, you come back stronger than ever. This is the story of John Quincy Adams, the 6th President of the United States, a man who lost power, but gained a legacy. John Quincy Adams was born on July 11, 1767, in Braintree, Massachusetts. He was the son of John Adams and Abigail Adams. This was no ordinary childhood. At just 8 years old, he watched the Battle of Bunker Hill from a distance with his mother. His education wasn't confined to classrooms. It was shaped by diplomacy, war, and politics. By age 10, he was traveling to Europe with his father. By 14, he was serving as a translator in Russia. Yes, 14. He spoke multiple languages, studied law, and developed a deep understanding of global politics. From the very beginning, Adams wasn't just prepared for leadership, he was molded for it. Before becoming president, John Quincy Adams built one of the most impressive diplomatic careers in American history. He served as minister to the Netherlands, Prussia, Russia, Great Britain, and he played a major role in negotiating the Treaty of Ghent, which ended the War of 1812. But his most famous achievement? The Monroe Doctrine. While serving as Secretary of State under James Monroe, Adams was the key architect behind this doctrine. It declared that the Americas were no longer open to European colonization. The U.S. would oppose European interference in the Western Hemisphere. This bold stance shaped American foreign policy for generations. Adams wasn't just a diplomat. He was a strategist who understood the global balance of power. The election of 1824 was one of the most controversial in American history. 4 major candidates ran: Andrew Jackson, John Quincy Adams, Henry Clay, William H. Crawford. No one won a majority of electoral votes, so the decision went to the House of Representatives. Here's where things got complicated. Henry Clay, the Speaker of the House, supported Adams. Adams won. And then, he appointed Clay as Secretary of State. Jackson's supporters were furious. They called it the corrupt bargain. Even though there was no clear evidence of wrongdoing, the damage was done. Adams entered the presidency under a cloud of suspicion. John Quincy Adams had big plans for America. He believed in national infrastructure, roads, canals, scientific advancement, education, economic development. He proposed a bold vision, what we might call today a national development plan. But there was a problem: Congress. Many of his opponents, especially supporters of Andrew Jackson, blocked his ideas. They saw his vision as too ambitious, even elitist. Despite his intelligence and experience, Adams struggled politically. He lacked charisma and refused to play the political game. He believed in doing what was right, not what was popular. Some of his key initiatives included supporting the construction of roads and canals, advocating for a national university, promoting scientific research and observatories. But most of these ideas were rejected or stalled. Adams became increasingly isolated. He was a brilliant thinker, but not a successful politician. While Adams struggled in office, Andrew Jackson was gaining strength. Jackson positioned himself as the voice of the common man. He attacked Adams as an elitist, out of touch with ordinary Americans. The election of 1828 was brutal. Personal attacks flooded the campaign. Adams was accused of corruption. Jackson's wife was attacked in the press. It was one of the dirtiest campaigns in U.S. history. In the end, Jackson won by a landslide. John Quincy Adams became a one-term president, but his story didn't end there. Most former presidents retire quietly. Not Adams. In 1830, he ran for the House of Representatives and won. He became the only former U.S. president to serve in Congress, and this is where his legacy truly shines. In Congress, Adams became a fierce opponent of slavery. He fought against the gag rule, which prevented discussion of anti-slavery petitions. He defended the rights of Africans in the famous Amistad case before the Supreme Court, and he won. Adams transformed from a struggling president into a powerful moral voice. On February 21, 1848, John Quincy Adams collapsed on the floor of the House of Representatives. He died 2 days later. Fittingly, he spent his final moments serving his country. So how should we remember him? Not as a failed president, but as one of America's greatest diplomats, a defender of human rights, a man of principle in a world of politics. John Quincy Adams may have lost power, but he gained something greater: respect, integrity, and a lasting legacy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.